bisexual erasure, no bi representation, bisexuals exist, bisexuals are valid, dating a partner of the opposite gender doesn't erase your bisexuality, blah, blah, blah. These are just a few examples of the buzz terms that have been the main focus of almost every LGBT conversation these past few years, and it just shows how misplaced the LGBT community's priorities are.
I recently came across an asinine article that talked about Lil Nas X coming out as bisexual. And it was talked about in such a ridiculous way, as if a man being attracted to a woman is a revolutionary thing. Bisexual people love to play the victim and act like they're oppressed for something that has literally always been socially acceptable. They act as if it's some sort of struggle to be dating or married to a person of the opposite sex, which is a huge insult to lesbians and gays who have been and are still being killed for who they are. There are several countries where homosexuality is still illegal. Not bisexuality, but homosexuality. These anti-homosexuality laws don't even affect bi people because they rarely ever date people of the same sex. This is because they know there's safety and privilege in being in a hetero relationship. But they'll never admit this. This is what is so frustrating about people celebrating Lil Nas X coming out as bi. Because bi people have more than enough representation. They always have. The majority of mainstream female celebs are bisexual. Billie Eilish, Dove Cameron, Megan Thee Stallion, Victoria Monet, Cardi B, Angelina Jolie, Lady Gaga, Halsey, Phoebe Bridgers, Ice Spice, Miley Cyrus. Don't forget Tinashe, Megan Fox, Kristen Stewart, Lucy Dacus, Aubrey Plaza, Janelle Monáe, Bibi, Engel, Karol G, Bella Thorne, Baby Queen, Bibi Rexha, Kali Uchis, Lily Reinhart, Demi Lovato, Rita Ora, Young Miami, Hunter Schafer, Barbie Ferreira, Anita, Jamila Jamil, Taylor Parks, Willow Smith, Beaba Doobie, Abby Jacobson, Evan Rachel Wood, Cara Delevingne, Sia, and hundreds of others. And 90% of them have only ever been in committed relationships with men. Even male bi celebrities everyone likes to act like are a rare species. Outnumber gay celebs. Men like Kit Connor, Tyler the Creator, Frank Ocean, Brendan Urie, Youngblood, etc. Bi erasure is a myth. They're more represented than anyone in the whole LGBT community. At this point, they might even outnumber straight people. And the fact that I'll probably be called biphobic for saying this is proof that biphobia is not a real form of oppression. Homophobia and lesbophobia gets gay people killed, tortured, assaulted, bullied, forced into conversion therapy, their existence made illegal. While biphobia is when anyone has anything critical to say about the bi community, regardless of if the critique is true or valid. Bisexuals may go through homophobia too, but it's always specifically for their same-sex attraction. Never because they're bi. And let's face it, they rarely experience said homophobia because most of them are in heterosexual relationships. Even at the 2024 Grammys, a lot of the nominees and winners were bisexual. There's a reason bi people are more comfortable coming out of the closet compared to other groups, and that's because of bi privilege. But the queer community loves to act like being upset at a bi woman bringing her boyfriend to Pride is such a huge issue and is the #1 priority to protect bi women and their boyfriends at all costs. As per usual, bi people's feelings are treated as more important than gay people's safety. We've seen several instances of men, mostly straight men, coming into lesbian bars and queer spaces to flirt with the bi-het women but almost always end up harassing lesbians. And a lot of those men happen to have been invited by the bisexual women there. Most LGBT representation in media are bisexual characters. A lot of celebrities that are LGBT are just bisexual in straight relationships. Why? Because as much as bi people hate to hear this, it's easier to show in media. It's easier to be out as bisexual when in a straight relationship. And even in more recent media, bisexuality is used to slowly ease people and audiences into the idea of gay relationships. You can start off showing someone being straight, and then eventually you can maybe show their interest in the same sex and say they're bi. This doesn't give gay men and lesbians any representation, though. It only gives bi people representation. Homosexual women and men aren't given adequate representation because of this. And if they do get any, it's table scraps compared to the number of bi characters and celebrities. Homosexual men and women find little representation with bisexual characters and people for the reasons listed above. They're almost always shown still participating in straight relationships, which is not a part of gay people's lived experiences. While completely gay relationships can be relatable to bi people for the same sex attraction aspect of it, and it would be amazing to show young lesbian and gay people on screen to help normalize completely 100% homosexual people. Having more openly gay people would benefit everyone who is LGBT. Only giving bisexuality visibility benefits only bi people. Having a formerly gay man come out as bi is not revolutionary. Hooray! This man loves women. So what? That's not new. Society expects it. Some people also seem to think that it's mildly biphobic that most bi characters in media are in straight relationships, but as we've seen, it actually does represent most bi people in real life. Lil Nas X was one of the only openly gay black men young gay people of color had to look up to. He obviously isn't obligated to keep saying he was gay for other people's benefit, and no one is saying he is. And while I'm somewhat glad he's admitted to being bi, instead of lying about being gay and continuing to post tweets that say, quote-unquote, "But pussy is okay sometimes," because that's far more harmful to push onto gay kids, you can't deny how devastating this must be for young gay black kids and teens. Because now a very popular, influential, formerly gay black man has essentially come out and shown this heteronormative society that, yes, you can cure us, yes, we can like the opposite sex eventually, even after years of saying we can't. Being gay was a phase after all, etc. This does not help gay kids in the slightest. And finally, I want you all to become fully aware that biphobia is not a real form of oppression. Let's be clear about something. Biphobia is not a form of systemic oppression. Bi people can face homophobia, but there is no intersection creating an individual form of oppression, such as anti-Blackness and misogyny creating misogynoir, or homophobia and misogyny creating lesbophobia. The systemic oppression bi people face comes exclusively from homophobia. There are no laws or systems of oppression based specifically on antagonism towards bisexuality.
But we're meant to take bi erasure as a real serious issue? Be fucking for real right now. Upon all of this, we always see them chanting bisexuals exist every chance they get. We know that bisexuals exist. We know that a person can be attracted to more than one sex. We're not attacking the very base of bisexuality itself. We're calling out the awful behaviors and the constant toxic patterns of bisexual people that no one else is willing to address. Bisexual women, especially. Doing that is not misogyny, and it's sad if you think it is.